Hey, GM friends. Okay, we got the GotchaBot recording. Excellent. I don't think Coder Dan will be sticking around much for today, so not sure if we should jump directly into Roxiano's coming up our DAO meeting, or if we should just kind of chit chat a little bit. Yes, he'll be back next week. Happy holidays, Coder Dan.
Happy holidays.
Hey, Bach. Um, Roxy, what should we be doing? Zonzi's coming up here. I guess we can have a little chat before we jump into DAO business. There's only two active proposals, correct?
Yep. Yeah, two active. One of them ends in about half an hour.
That would be okay. Yeah, we'll get into that, I guess, in a second, but that's good. I think that one reached quorum, so we're making moves here. Zanzi, good morning. And he's gone.
No,
And he's
I'm
gone.
here. I'm here. I'm just like multitasking. Good morning. How's it going?
Good morning.
Yeah, going
Yeah,
good.
just how was everybody's Christmas or holidays so far?
I
Mine
can't
was
complain. I had
fine.
a good time. Yeah. Are you getting crazy snow in New York, Roxiana?
Yes, crazy snow.
Oh, I'm
Yesterday
on the wrong
morning,
mic.
funny story, yeah. Yesterday morning it was completely snowless. There was not a speck of snow. And then suddenly, within like 1 hour, we got 3 to 5 inches.
Yeah, crazy. I miss that. Like it's like 70 degrees in Tennessee right now. So it's like this is weird. Like I'm playing basketball outside on Christmas, but it feels great. Yeah, I heard that air traffic kind of got bonked a little bit yesterday in New York because of the unexpected snow.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, Choin is saying send some of the snow out to Colorado, please. We had rain in the Rockies on Christmas Day, unheard of.
Oh, wow. Rain.
Yeah, I mean that's probably good because it's so dry in Colorado. I don't can't handle it.
GM Nidil. Nidil? I'm so bad with names. Nice to see you, buddy.
If you can't pronounce his name, just check out his art. You'll get it.
I get it. I got some pieces. I'm trying to get more. They're a little pricey, but I want them all.
Yeah, I still have quite, I think, a decent number of fake gotchis. I gave away a lot of them when I used to host the game night for Orium as prizes, those and like small parcels, wearables. But there was a point where I had like 115 unique pieces. I'm probably down to like somewhere in the 70s or 80s, but I haven't really kept up on it.
Yeah, I was definitely more active with fake gotchis a while ago.
Yes, I'm still in your Discord. I'm like in all these gotchi related Discords that I can't leave because they're like homies, like Squad and the Shigachi Bulls, just a bunch of them. Gotchi Mafia. I'm still in that Discord as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get the poker going again. I miss playing poker for Ghost with everybody. That was a fun time.
Yeah, I need to find more games to play on stream because there's more. I'm gonna probably stream a bit more this year, solo, just playing games. But I'm like, what Web3 games? Like playing Gotchi Guardians is one of them, but I want to open it up to games that are a little faster to play. Like I don't mind if I do a run and it's only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then I'll
Yeah.
yeah, just while
I,
you're
I
talking.
tried doing a gaming stream yesterday, and I don't know if anyone even watched it, but I did like Gotchi Guardians, and then I did DeFi Dungeons, and then I played some of the little mini games on my website while I blasted music, and then did some more DeFi Dungeons and Gotchi Guardians, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just hanging out by myself, live streaming it, whatever. And I deleted it because it was just like me listening to my awful music and but I definitely want to do more like gaming streams like Gotchi Guardian specifically. I think that's like our most polished game for streaming, and it's definitely a lot of fun if you have other people to play it with. I found it um I was playing against the hard bots and like the normal bots, and it makes for good content, but it's like, you can only have so much fun playing video games by yourself. Like you need other people to join in, and then that makes it fun. Like the whole social aspect of gaming is really appealing to me.
Yeah, fair. I love it too. Gotchi Guardians works for streaming. DeFi Dungeon worked really well, but I did a stream where I did a co-op with my son, and that was fun because we were just like kind of talking strat, and he was giving feedback on the game while we were playing. But that's another game. I think we played like 2 or 3 dungeon runs, and we were there for like an hour and a half. The last run was really long. So those long runs are great, but like I feel like for the ADHD mind, quicker games run very fast. Also, yes, I remember this joint of the Gotchi Poker. I love streaming poker, but I always lose because I end up showing my cards on stream. Thrax made me a card cover when they were doing the Gotchi Mafia poker streams, or when I was doing them. I did like once or twice. Um,
Oh
but no,
man, I'm seeing the China post of the Gotchi poker table, and I was working on something very similar for Gamble, and I really hope I can get like a minimal viable product that works with crypto settlements. Because like that is like a dream come true to just pull up at a poker table. I don't know if anyone uses apps like Poker Stars and stuff like that. I do. Um, just get like a nice poker table where it's like we actually show up as our profile picture or a fake gotchi we own, and if we don't have any assets, we're just a liquidator, and it's just like provably fair poker. That is like a dream come true for sure to have that in our like ecosystem. I guess I'm like self shilling right now if that's okay, but I really want to like, I don't know. You guys saw what I was working on with Gamble. I think like it's a little overcomplicated with like a lot of the lottery stuff, but maybe and I'm thinking Q1, like maybe even January, I'll just do a soft launch with the raffles, so we can have like, I don't know, it's just something else to have. Like people can raffle fakes and gotchis, and I've talked to a few other like Ethereum collections about integrating into the platform, like Quirkies. I don't know if anybody knows Quirkies. My friend's like a Quirkies whale, so it'd be good to onboard them as like an Ethereum collection. And I don't know. I don't know who's big on base. I feel like we're the only like cool NFT project on base. Like I don't want to be like egotistical, but it's like who else is there that like if we were to build like this like kind of like Orium of gambling for NFTs. Like what NFT projects? Like I know there's like Kimononakis or whatever, like those little weird neo chibi kind of Milady-esque type. But I don't, and there's like based punks, but it's like those are like everything's like a profile picture collection compared to us. We actually have like substance and a lot of things going on here besides just profile pictures. So it's like, how do we? I don't know. I guess there is the Kibble, the Cat Town, that they're pretty cool, and I don't know. I'm just like looking for me personally, like more builders on base that Aavegotchi can collaborate with, and I feel like I don't know. Maybe you guys have more insight on that than me. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I'm gonna mute. Someone else can talk.
No, I mean, from my perspective, there are some gaming communities, like you mentioned, Cat Town, but I feel like most builders have like pivoted towards like building perps and prediction markets or tools for that. Like everybody's trying to create AI agents that are integrated with Polymarket. Now there's like a billion bots running on Polymarket. It's kind of annoying. I don't like it. The PFP scene over. I feel like base also just got like just like everybody else, engagement for Web3 is down in general. But if you were a base app user, some of the users got like a USDC stimmy for the holidays. I did not get that because I never downloaded the base app. But if you did, as part of that cooperative event that they did with Aavegotchi, where they did give out a bunch of base app codes when it was still closed, and you were active. If you were active, there were USDC rewards. There was I saw someone got as high as $3,000. I'm not sure Deal received 15 USDC. So yeah, little Christmas gift. I'm more excited because there's like rumors or like some code like thing that someone saw that's showing that maybe Hyperliquid might be doing its season 2 airdrop on January 1st. So that would be epic, but that's a whole different subject. For base, I think Cat Town is a good choice. It's just finding the other games because the other games are like Friend Pet, and Friend Pet hasn't done. I'm still freaking battling the stupid Friend Pet for 2 years, but it hasn't really done anything. There's like supposed to be carrots, and that token never really came live. I guess it was for rewards. So it's just finding more communities that are game focused. But right now, it feels like everybody's in doom and gloom, so it makes it a lot harder. I think for I mean, if you're just building, just keep your head down and keep building. But it might be tough to find very active communities right now outside of meme coins, and even those guys, they're not doing well.
They're not the greatest crowd, yeah. I don't know. There's some good creators, like video content creators in the meme coin space, good web devs and stuff. Like I'm a web developer, so I look at some of this stuff and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. This and it makes me laugh. I don't always buy the coin. Sometimes I laugh so hard I have to buy it, and then I lose money. Uh, meme coins are just awful. That's why with Gamble, it's like I wanted to make like a provably fair alternative to for gambling that isn't meme coins, like literally no tokens, um, no trading, just all randomness. And yeah, because I'm just so sick of that culture, honestly, and I feel like it's been like really toxic on crypto as a whole because it's like instead of buying things like my bags, Aavegotchi, etc. People are buying meme coins, and it's like, bro, like we have cool things here that you can invest in that are like real products and real people trying to generate revenue, and you'd rather just go buy like, uh, whatever poop coin is on the market, and that's so frustrating. And like, I want to keep going because you're talking about like sentiment around Web3 gaming being at an all-time low, but gaming is professional sports, all that stuff put together. Like gaming is massive. And I think that crypto people are like stupid to not realize the opportunity that we have with Web3 gaming. And I think that we, Aavegotchi, are like the best position to like prove everybody wrong and show people that Web3 gaming is a thing. It can work. It doesn't have to be about Ponzi nomics. It could just be about having fun. Like we don't need to like make everything like sure we might have some games like the auto battler that are like pay to win because you got god likes it and I don't, and that's fine. I get it, like you put like all your money into your god likes. I wish I could too, but we need more games that aren't pay to win. We need like Gotchi Guardians is not pay to win. You get things like that. Like I really wanted to make like a kind of like sandbox survival island type thing where you could build bases and you could have servers where you could blow up people's bases, like PvP servers and PvE servers. And I know that's like a super ambitious project idea. I can't do it by myself. But I don't know. I just think something like that, a game like that, would be huge in our arsenal because everybody loves. Like, why do people play video games? I don't know. But for me, it's like escapism. It's like I just want to take a break from my life and zone out and not think about my life. I just want to like sit in my chair and just focus all in on this video game, like go into like a trance where I just forget about how awful life can be, and that's what video games are to me. They're like literally an escape. So I don't know. It saddens me when I see people here that try to like undermine what we have here, because what we have here is gold, in my opinion. Anyway, I know a lot of people disagree, so I'll leave it at that.
No, I mean it's fair. The I love gaming too. Just got to see like what part does crypto fit into with gaming and what makes it make sense to make people want to play. Because you're right, everybody does love gaming, but like what the games they love, like just are very well polished, good game loops. Like we have to get to that level where it can be competitive. And you see, there are indie games that do well that are not like the hugest budgets, but it is a tough one. And right now, it's just for Web3, it's just not the focus. But doesn't mean that it won't become the focus again, because like you said, like there is like viability here for the like what crypto can bring to gaming. So Supreme Pablo says, I play other crypto games all the time. You have to get out of the mono game support. What do you think Stellar Hobbs is playing right now? So like, give me some examples because I've been looking for more games to play. Like right now, I'm
Yeah.
on my. You're looking at Fableborn because I've heard people talk about Fableborn a lot. Uh, I guess this is Pack Rips. Yeah, actually, Soju sent me one of those for Christmas. A Pack Rip with some tokens on base. Yeah, Fableborn I've looked at. I played it. I think I played it like early on a little bit. Um, I just have to do more research. The one I really loved, which was simple, was Boomland, Hunters on Chain. But there were like basically no rewards for that. I played that on stream every day for my morning streams, and that was mixed with like at the time doing some Gotchi, the arena where we would fight some SFA eventually when we pivoted to that. But that game was solid because it's PVE and you can just play and play and play and play. You get a certain number of credits, but like 15 credits, you get that every day. And I could play like an hour and a half worth of the game, which is fun. Cambria, I've heard too. I actually have to look more at Cambria.
So
That's on Abstract,
the
right?
two games that have had me recently, apart from Deadlock, which is like the competitive esport game I love playing all the time, is there's this one called Escape from Duckov. It's kind of like Escape from Tarkov, but it's single player and you're a duck, and it's like a top-down shooter game. And I just feel like a top-down shooter game. Like I was working on a template, a multiplayer co-op template for Aavegotchi to make co-op game adventure games like this. But anyway, off topic. And then the other game I really like that reminds me of DeFi Dungeons is Enter the Gungeon. I don't know if anyone's ever played Enter the Gungeon. That game is like a classic. Even if I don't know how old it is, but you could go buy it today. It's like one of the most fun games ever, and it'll take away like 100 hours of your life easily.
I'm looking at Cambria, and it does kind of look like I'm watching a Cairo video of them dining together. Everybody met up and dined. This seems fun, but I also like you need a lot of players involved. I guess if you do have the guild and everybody's like on point, that's good. But I'm thinking more casual games. So like I guess that isn't really a good fit for Web3 either because it tends to be a bunch of clones of like games that already exist, but
Yeah,
games play that are very fast.
yeah. Like when I'm making vibe coded games with the sprites, I'm literally just like I started with Snake, and then I made like a Doodle Jump type game, and then I made a Flappy Bird type game, and now I'm like trying to make like a Super Mario Bro type game and a Smash Ultimate Smash type game. Because I'm like, to me, the best games are Nintendo exclusives. Like I grew up on Nintendo. I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox. I have a Nintendo Switch. If I want to play a AAA game, I download it on my computer. Like, so it's like, for me, it's like the console of choice is Nintendo, and I just feel like we should be like Nintendo. That's what I'm trying to say. like that's like where the, I don't know what the specific wording we had was back in the day, but we are like the operating system of like Web3 gaming, right? Like, if people want to build games, like, we have the Unity SDK, we have the Gotchi sprites, and I just feel like we should build on those foundations and make kind of like templates, like where people have all the Web3 functionality plugged in. Maybe you want to make an online game, you got a template for online, you got a template for single player, you know what I mean, and things like that, or just templates with the Gotchi sprites. Like, here's a working Super Mario type template if you want to make like, and then eventually, like, if we're all using the same template, like, okay, I feel like I was talking to Coder Dan about this, honestly. The slowest part of game development is like asset creation, like making maps, making the assets. Like, you can write the code like lickety split, but it's like trying to get someone to like do a good job on the graphic side of things. It's like, I'm on Fiverr right now. I'm like, can you make me a map? I'm like literally paying for people to make me maps because I don't know. I was like trying to train AI to like quickly build me maps with these like tile sheets. Yeah,
Crazy.
Nintendo is a 100 plus year company. Good reference to understand how much work it takes to get there. Exactly, Nabil. Yeah. Like, and
Actually, for Supreme Pablo, because I see you said we have a crew from former Gotcha Gang and Gigaverse. I'm looking at Gigaverse now. It's a similar, it seems like a dungeon crawling game, kind of similar graphics to the game we were just looking at, Fableborn. I don't know if you can come up and speak because it would be great to hear your perspective. Like, as former, like as people who rotated from Gotchi to that, what is the difference that you see in terms of the game? Because I already see they have like a 20K holiday competition. At first, this looked like it was kind of an idle battler, but it does look like you move around in the dungeon. So, like, what's the difference? What is the draw there versus what you've seen currently here? Because if there is a rotation of players, then there is something we can learn because that tells us if they're playing the game, that means that they like the loop of the game. There might be rewards and they're grinding for the rewards, but if it's a good game, that matters. Like, but it's also the curation of the community. It could be these like different um prize payouts. I think this is important for us as a DAO. And I saw your message. We'll give you a minute, Pablo. It's important for us as a DAO to kind of like figure these things out a little bit because what is like kind of the will of the DAO in terms of like the experiences we want? We were talking about it last week, like getting back to like the core basics of like why are we here as DAO members? What drew us into Aavegotchi? A lot of us talked about like the OG DeFi aspect of it and how the gaming part wasn't really like a big part of the vision until we got like metaverse, which wasn't really a big part of the vision when I joined. It was like kind of alluded to, and then boom, like we got dropped the Gotchaverse, which drawn a whole new set of players who have different expectations based on that. So knowing kind of like what we want and kind of getting some perspective, especially from members who have like pivoted to other gaming ecosystems. What are we missing? What should we be focused on? Because prize pools, we get that everybody wants a prize pool, but these games, like literally for Fableborn, it was Cairo, who is like an influencer. He boxed Kagi Jan, I think. No, it might not have been Cairo. It was a different one. He ended up like, he's sitting at a dinner table with 20 Gigaverse people or Fableborn people. That means they're communing and actually like working as guilds. And guilds are pretty like a healthy part of the ecosystem for any game. And as we've seen, we've lost our guilds and maybe they're pivoting to other games, but then you lose players, which is like paramount to the whole like success of the ecosystem. Yeah, Nadil saying I tried to play Gigaverse but found it boring. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, I'm not like big. I'm not big on dungeon crawlers. Like I liked Drop, but I didn't play it a lot. I really loved the mini games that we had because it, like I said, maybe it's just ADHD. I like a fun short loop. I did enjoy SFA because those were relatively quick matches, but like when if I'm doing this while I'm streaming, I need to be able to like kind of take my focus away from the game at points. So with games like Gotchi Guardians, I have to kind of be focused because it's moving pretty fast if I want to be competitive, and I usually am not. So, Supreme Pablo, good morning.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
We're doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. No, trust me. Believe me when I say Gotchi, Aavegotchi is like, I stepped in when we were first stepped in when you stepped in. Threw all my money in. It was great. You know, liked the excitement, the build of the games and whatnot, and then just flatline, right? And so Laggin hit me up. He's like, if you want to get into Gigaverse, it's this, this, and this. Just come over, check it out. You pay a little bit of money, get your noob, and you can just check it out from there. And I mean, what I like about the Gigaverse is it's fresh, it's new. They're still building. It's not the end game yet. They don't promise like what Coder Dan and them say. They're done promising, but they're still building towards a bigger game. You know, and so like the collectability, they got these eggs that we just hatched, and they got steeds and whatnot, and so you'll need these to get around the open world that they're promising bringing out. I don't know how soon, but they say it's coming. But I just like all the aspects. You buy the noob, you go in, you can fish, you can go into the dungeon battle. It's like a paper rock scissors type of battle, and so you get items when you battle, and the items are worth something. So you can sell them on market for value, or you can keep them. And like I don't know if anybody else has played it, but it got like a hodling aspect. When you're fishing, you get these fish, and it has a market for the fish. So you can either turn them in for seaweed, at 50%, or hold them, wait until they get 100% and get more seaweed. And then the seaweed, you then take the seaweed and you buy skills with that. You know, it's like I understand it's like slow, but I'm not a tower defense guy for Aavegotchi. I find myself playing reckless a lot, but then again, I don't get take to so much of reckless because I keep on dying on level 3.
No, that's fair. I love Reckless. More levels would be, or different bosses and combinations. It gives that Super Mario like Mega Man vibe. With It's interesting though. Let me ask you because what I hear from Gigaverse is like you have more of a balanced economy, which is important. And there's like actual like strategy, but not complex strategy of like, do I sell off my seedweed? Do I let it grow and gain more? There's ways to, sinks essentially. But you did also say that like the stuff you can do, like you can sell at this point. If the financial incentive wasn't there to like, I guess, farm the game, uh, unless they make it sustainable via like revenue, because that's the only way you can really do this, would you still play the game? Is the gameplay good enough for that?
Shoot, that's a good one because I mean I don't even sell any of my stuff, so I mean money's not a thing. I like fishing. They got the fishing in there, so it's kind of frustrating when you think you're about to catch a fish, but the fish jumps the other way. Just on that, I mean, I like the dungeons, but the fishing to me is like collecting those fishes. Just like that little game right there. If we had like a little raffle hunting game loop where we'd go out and hunt raffles and whatnot, and then keep the raffles and kill them and make food out of them, that'd be pretty sweet. But I mean, I guess that'd be up to PC to figure it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess everyone. I was gonna try to everyone from PCs on holidays right now. I guess it's just us here, the DAO.
yeah. Last 2 weeks has been that way. It's been nice. I mean, I like having these conversations because we're not this isn't contentious talk about like what's happening. It's just us kind of like, because there is a world where like the PTD is going to happen. It's going to happen soon, and then the DAO will still exist. So it's like kind of collecting and focusing, because this doesn't require us any money. It's just a little time off, every week to like kind of talk about this and maybe get our line of sights, like, but also see where our holes are. Because like what you're telling me from Gigaverse sounds attractive. It is like more built out in a big way if you're thinking about it. Because right now we've gotten a lot of build from Pixelcraft, and like the Gotchiverse is that, but you're not getting these little loops tied in. Like the big game loop is great, but you need like 50 little loops for people to engage in, because there's different things for everybody. Like Supreme Pablo likes to fish. I can see how that's like chill. It's probably VRF based, and you can like, if you like the animations and graphics, it could be really cool. But there might be other people who want to go and do farming or play the rock paper scissor. Like you need these different loops, which is core, like adding those little experiences, which is why I like the mini games. um I wonder, see, the prize pool is helpful. That's key here, like for any like game where you're trying to draw the user, you can't. It's almost unavoidable to not have a prize pool unless the gameplay is like decent. I wish like I have to. I'll play the game and give it a better look because I played Fableborn. These kind of games, like I like, but if I bring them to my kid, he's like, "Ugh, get this away from me." I'm like, bro, you can catch fish and then sell the fish, and you're gonna earn money, and that money can buy you candy or pomegranates, whatever the hell you want. And it's like, okay, he's looking at this as work, and he plays these stupid Roblox games that make no sense to me, and he wants me to play. I'm gonna play them, but it just seems
Yeah.
like for me as like a kid, what I saw as gaming versus what he sees as gaming is a different thing, and it's also more collaborative because he's in a Discord yelling at his friends while they're running around in these like low quality Roblox games, but they're having a
Yeah.
blast. So that communal aspect counts too.
Yeah, but this is like since my first time being in, this is the first time they've held a competition that gives out money. All the other fishing competitions has just been for like medals and prizes like ROMs and some skins.
Is there a
So,
bot issue in the game? Because I literally know nothing about the game. I've seen it around.
shoot, I mean, I wouldn't even know what a bot issue looks like. And then unless you're talking about Aavegotchi bots, but I mean, not unless Yannick's a bot.
Huh. No, because I think of like fishing, if that could be botted and like what the
Yeah.
effects, like, because then you assume people would go bot and then sell the fish because they're trying to make some kind of spread. And if it's like if
Uh,
it's possible, then people are gonna do it.
no, I don't think so. I mean, you'd have to step into Discord to see because I don't recognize a lot of the guys that are on the top of the leaderboard. Stellars on top for the candy canes and Unix on top. So
Okay, yeah. So that yeah, Yannick moving over is a big thing. Um,
yeah, he changed Fireball into something for them. So it's like an
okay,
auto play for them.
okay, yeah. That's kind of smart for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, with Gigaverse, I've heard about it. I've seen it on the timeline. Never anything negative. Just like people who are fans of the game talking about it. It might be Stellar that I see a lot of this, but I'll check it out. So then I mean, from your perspective, because it's not a DAO, we are a DAO. What can we take from the Gigaverse community? I mean, what can we take? It also sounds like we lost something to that
Uh,
community.
what we lost is what we never, what we set out to do. Well, that's what we lost. It's like they came in, they said not even they haven't even been in a year, and they've already accomplished this. And to me, this is what Pixelcraft wanted to do, but they just never did it. And we could still do it. It's just, does Pixelcraft want to put in the work again to grind to get to the state of where they wanted Aavegotchi, where they seen the end game? Until we get to that point, us as a community members, we can't do anything because we don't. We could build, but at the end, they have the final say. If they don't want it, then what are we? We're just here like we are right now, talking amongst each other. Just sharing ideas.
No, very
There's so
true.
much stuff. There's so much stuff that we could have done already within this past 5 years. So much, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I definitely see the idea of pivots because, like, I didn't mind the pivots though for certain things. Like when we added fake gotchis, I thought that was cool. I thought that was like a little side quest to add to the gotchi verse, right? I didn't mind that. Some people definitely minded it because it took away from gameplay, but I thought it built out culture. And I have never released a fake gotcha. I just collected a bunch of them. So for me, that was cool. It's like, oh, people within this community, I'm collecting their art. This could be a BD tool. I think they tried doing that, and I don't know, like it's a limited supply. I think 25, 35 cards. Maybe it doesn't get out as much, but yeah, I mean, they're building their own infrastructure from what it sounds like from them also was like a huge L for them. Like
Yeah,
that took and I'm talking like Gotchiverse 2D, which I actually liked. I think
yeah,
us like turning off spillover, I knew, it's gonna kill the economy if we don't turn it off, but it's gonna kill the player base if we do. And I
yeah.
know it's botted, but people were here for that. So that killed a lot of it for me.
Yeah, because people were expecting that. When we they first tested out the verse and played an airdrop, you just got it. My people in people, sorry, you got it in people's minds that they could just come in and not give anything and take it. It's like that was one of the major things that really did us in.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments real quick. Explanations of the Gigaverse. I see that. Troy is saying Reverse Pac Man, Sushi Vader, Pinball, old school 2D graphics, and short term XP events was my jam. I did enjoy that. Nestor saying fishing, for example, is one of the hundreds of mini games within Minecraft. One of the most favorite parts. Yeah, I saw your comment about Minecraft. My kid loves Minecraft. He's not playing it as much now because he's playing more Roblox, but like the obsession was real, and he was building a world, but he was also playing in games that were built all over the world. So that just that multi-loop experience, it really
Yeah.
does help
If
with
we
the
could
shared.
get a dress to impress in the
Yeah.
Gachi verse, that'd be nice.
Yo, real quick off topic. No Few and Roxy and a few other people. My friend was hanging out on the call earlier. She's looking to get like onboarded to Aavegotchi. She's a content creator on base. Like Jesse Pollock follows her. She's super cool. She's from like the Milady camp, honestly. But like she's my homie. So I just made like a little group chat with her. She's trying to work on some like videos and stuff over the holidays, and like I paid her. She's like gonna help me with gamble and stuff. So if anyone wants to like help with like content creation or like I feel like that's just, well, I guess this is on topic. I'll just keep going. Basically, like one of the, I feel like our biggest like shortfalls is we don't have enough people producing Aavegotchi content. Like it's great, like we made all these gifs so we can like easily like post and reference gotchis, but like we need more people. Like so she makes like anime music videos, so I'm literally just paying her to make an Aavegotchi music video because I like anime music videos. And then but like I don't know, she's like wants to help. I'm going off on and on too much, but like yeah, it's cool like networking with these like creators on base and finding people that are going to be there to like help promote our games and things, like my project Gamble and whatever everybody else in the DAO is working on. Really just trying to like, because we're on base now. Like we used to have this really rock solid group of Polygon supporters, and now we're on base and it's like, look how many people are here. There's like what, 15, 16 of us. Like we gotta like spread the, what do you call it, the gotchi gospel, let everybody know, hey, we're on base, this is what we do. And so yeah,
There
I just working
you
on that.
mentioned content creators, right? Though, but there's like I could say from my own perspective, once things started to change, it became harder to make videos, informational videos about things. Like if I'm talking about like the great Gotchi Battler and like hyping people up about that, and then like we pivot and it's never gonna come, or like making videos about like, hey, look at what I'm earning from doing channeling in this, and then we change core features. It goes in many different ways.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
creates,
it backfires because we promote things
yeah.
that
For me,
self-existing.
I
We need to
stopped.
just focus on what we have. I agree. I hear what you're saying.
It's
Um,
big in the Gotchi Bible though. Like there
I'll
was a
I'll I'll send you this person's like base account and some of her posts. She's a lot like you in the sense that she like gets on camera and reviews things and like is like a hands-on user. And she does like the technical stuff, but she also does these like fun anime music videos. So it's like, I don't know, I'm like shilling my friend way too much right now, but it's like they're a really
that's fine.
cool person to have in the Aavegotchi community, I think.
I'd say get her in the chat. Also, Nadil says it best here. When the sentiment is positive, that happens automatically, meaning like people creating content, user generated content. When the sentiment is down, that should be part of a marketing campaign. And I do agree with that. Like there's a level of like, I'm surprised that when we go to base, we didn't like sign agreements for marketing with some of the base KOLs, the ones that are in gaming, the ones like if you
Yeah.
the ones
Well,
that have a connection with that audience. You don't have to you do that
we
in the master program.
I mean, between you and me, no future. I feel like we have like like
And the
I have a
value of working together.
spreadsheets full of key opinion leaders from my previous job experience. You know, tons of key opinion leaders in the space. Like, if we wanted to come to the DAO and present, because someone was talking about how we need to hire a marketing agency. I think that is so stupid because we can do everything in house. But I think having like a DAO run marketing initiative where we do have a bit of a budget and we can like report back and be like, this is how the budget is used. Do you guys want to keep going with the decentralized Aavegotchi marketing? Like
But
we
let me
need
ask,
some kind of agency, like self
what,
agency.
but
Like
what are we
if we,
marketing?
I don't want to outsource, we, because I know Pixelcraft is outsourced to Web3 marketing companies. I worked at one of them. I know they're not everything they're propped up to be. Like these guys, they're like, they just want to put you on a $10,000 a month retainer, get that $10,000 a month, and everything else is like just giving you a pacifier so you keep paying the 10 grand a month. Like that's how these marketing agencies think. They just want to get as many clients as they can, keep them all happy on retainer. And it's like, so we don't want someone like that doesn't give a crap about us. They only give a crap about our money. We don't need that. We need people that actually give a crap about the project to be the ones marketing. And like, sorry for my like foul language, but I'm just
No, it's
saying how I
fine.
feel.
The issue though is like, what are we marketing? We literally have a DAO that's like not dissolving, but just redistributing the funds because of lack of trust
Yeah.
or degree of vulnerability, right? So if you're gonna do a marketing campaign, that's what I'm saying. We need to figure out what we're doing first, and then we can market. But I think if you can't feel confident, like the Gotchi Bible is a good example. Like I used to cover those in videos. Once we change things and stop producing them, I can't make those videos anymore because it's no longer trustworthy and it might change, which creates a like a issue for a content creator. Like then it becomes more like just talking about the things that are happening and covering it. But if you're going to like we can do an ambassador program or a marketing directive, but if we have no direction, we're just burning money. So we have to make sure as a DAO that we know what we want, what this future looks like for us, and then come together with a better plan. Because with limited funds, we don't have a burn, like we don't have a long burn calendar. We need to basically figure things out as a collective, which I think we could do. I honestly do think we can do, but I'm not opposed to that. I just want to see it done well because over the last 4 or 5 years, there's been a lot of waste, and when there's waste, waste begets waste. So we have to make sure that as we are doing this distribution, we learn from the last 4 or 5 years and adjust to avoid these kinds of waste, so that we're not just burning money.
Yeah, I've already gone ahead and started lighting money on fire. I think we have the snuff, and uh, I know it's not what we thought it would be 2 or 3 years ago, but we got to make do with what we have and keep going. It like to me, like one of the biggest deficits of this project is not having things like Droth and Strategachi, and I fucking hate bringing that up and like giving these guys crap. But it's like the DAO paid you a $250,000. The least you could do is host your game for a couple years, and that's how I feel. And I know they have like, but we spent this on all that, and we need more money for hosting. And it's like, why did you even come here in the first place and ask for money to build a game if you're not going to host the game? Like, I feel like the audacity of like these people that got like, I don't know, I don't want to call them grant scammers or grant farmers, or because I know that's like derogatory and like it pisses people off when I frame it like that, but that's how I feel. It's like you asked for all this money, you got it, and now you need to deliver. Like you
Yeah.
need to deliver on what you
Hold on.
promised. You promised to
Hold on.
deliver this
Sonny,
thing.
Sonny, Sonny, hold on, bro.
Yeah,
At the
sorry, I'm
same
getting
time,
agitated. Yeah.
no, you gotta hold everybody accountable, not just these guys. If you're gonna hold these guys accountable, you got to hold PC accountable, okay? Because they've all done the same thing, okay? They've all promised, but they did deliver. They did put out a game, but did they put out the final project, the final version of what they said they were going to put out? Don't just single out these guys. You got to single out everybody.
I think
I
that's
mean,
fair.
not
See, and
everybody,
then
not
there's
everybody,
some guy
everybody.
respectfully, FaZe, you're in the chat saying I've never played Stratagochi. I played it when it was literally just an image on Discord, and we had to have login move around the pieces. I'm the OG game tester for that. Like I was sitting
Yeah,
there talking to him when it was literally just like an idea, and it wasn't even a physical game. And I sat there and I helped. I don't know. I just feel disrespected when people say I never played Stratagochi when I was like there from the beginning and I played I played at least 20 hours of it, and I want to play it again. I want to do live streams of it. It's just the game disappeared, and I had to like
can you hear
literally
me?
nag login for like. Well,
Let's
I like
Yeah,
it's
I
like
can hear you.
I don't know. I don't want to sound all
Okay.
agitated and irritable. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, I didn't mean about the original board game. I was talking about since the talk came up about hosting again. Uh,
Yeah,
it was like
I have.
not even
I
a week
got.
after that the game went back up live, and like we looked at it and there was 0 players. So it's like even you, okay. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's kind of a
I was in
deflection.
the
I'm kind of
hospital.
like
Otherwise, I'd be playing it. Like I don't know what to
right.
tell you.
So then why? So why are we still like since it's been put back up live? It's like, oh,
Is it
okay, we didn't.
is it live right now? I don't see it. It says
Yeah,
the
it
site
has
can't be
been.
reached.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like since
It's
you
down. It's down again or something. Like, where's the link? Where do we play it?
Aavegotchi.io. He gave you the link when you were asking for it in the
Well,
DAO
what?
discussion.
There, I found it. It's just it should be more. I will play it. I will live stream it, and but it's like, does login even care? Like, if I go and play it and I start talking about Strategachi again, is he just gonna take like the site's up now, right? Like I don't have to keep complaining about that. The site is up to stay.
I mean, it's been up since you started complaining. He told you it went back up. I looked at it.
Well,
I asked him about that. He's like, I don't know why Zonzi keeps doing that publicly. He's never played the game since it's been back up, but it's up. And if the complaint then
well, no,
pivots
I
to, oh
didn't
well, it's
publicly.
not on
I had
the
to. It took me
official
like I
DApp
brought
anymore.
it up
Hold up,
like
let me finish. Hold
you
up, just let me
finished,
finish.
then I'll say my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if the complaint then pivots to it's no longer on the web DApp, well, that's not. I mean, nobody from
That's
Strategachi's side can do
yeah.
anything about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely love to do another run through of all the realms. I got it open right now in the dressing room and like the voxel SDK. Like we all know, like it's like one of the best things ever. But I don't know. It's not as simple as I asked Logan to put it back up and he put it up. I was nagging him for like 3 months before it got put back up. Like first in
Okay.
DMs, then in the server, and eventually he just like finally went to and got a grant and put it back up. And that's the right path, I guess. Like he needed money to host it. That's fair. And yeah, I guess I'll bury the hatchet on that one. I'm sorry. Dude, this SDK dressing room is crazy. What the hell? He cooked. I haven't even seen this voxel dressing room.
Okay, this I haven't played Strategachi. I
Like,
mean, I
yeah, we
played
can't lose this. This is like one of the most valuable assets in our tool shed, so to speak, is Strategachi and this
My
voxel
question
SDK.
is,
And that's what I'm pissed off that we're losing people like Login to whatever the hell we lose them to, drama, disputes, things that piss them off and make them want to leave. I don't know why people choose to leave here. Like everyone has their own reasons for being here and leaving here, but like yeah, I'm just playing with the dressing room right now. Like I don't know if I should share my screen. Maybe I'll do a live stream. Fuck it, and maybe Login will be happy and see that. I don't know. Just thinking
I
out
mean,
loud.
honestly, at this point, just in my opinion, as a DAO member, but also somebody who works for the DAO, like I've been around and I've been paying attention for a long time now, right? Like
Yeah.
I've never taken a break since I've joined. I know Zonzi, you've been around probably even before me, but there was a while where you went AFK for a while, you came back, you were very like enthusiastic about the project, where it feels like some of that original enthusiasm for everybody else who had stuck around had kind of fizzled out a little bit. You know what I mean? But we stuck around regardless. Like it's like, okay, we're gonna see this through to the bitter end if that's what's gonna happen. But like we invested enough time and energy into a thing where it's like you don't just kind of abandon ship. The thing is, in my opinion, so like in my opinion, as an active member, I don't, from what we've seen so far, like we've seen attempts from DAO members to kind of revitalize the project or even uphold it, but I don't think that that's where the bulk of Aavegotchi can come from. Like it's at this point, it's kind of been proven. Like I guess the last thing that we're gonna see is the final version of Battler. You know, you can have your hopes up for that, and that's cool. But we haven't seen it, so you know, there's can't really talk about it till it's out. But Pixelcraft created Aavegotchi, and their vision for Aavegotchi has changed over the years. It's changed from where a lot of us even invested in originally. I think that's what like Pablo was saying earlier. So, I mean, I hear a lot of talk about marketing and we need to get content creators, but like, what are you promoting? What are you marketing? You know, in
My bags. My heavy
That's what I'm
bags.
right. Like it
Important
has
though,
to
'cause
be so concise that
Yeah.
you could
Well,
sum
I
it
mean,
up
unless
in
we
a
have
single
like
sentence.
the whole arcade with like Stratagachi and Gotchi Guardians, the Gotchi verse and Dropped, and like all the things we were supposed to have. Mecha, was it Mecha Gotchis? Like all these games, but we don't have. And it's just like, I feel like we were supposed to have all these things, and then it would be so easy to market the product. And I know like you are like the voice of realism, and I tend to come off as like the voice of delusional optimism. But I don't know. I don't want to give up on this thing. I really like it here.
Yeah, optimism is great. It just has to be focused. Like that's what I think. And I don't
realistic.
like, even when you're talking, yeah, exactly. Like even when you're talking about content creation, like I used to join the No Future Twitter Spaces, his game nights, random spaces that I, sometimes I just like open Twitter random times of the day. I find No Future Live. I'd go check it out, right? And he'd be hanging out with a bunch of people that are interested in like Web3 stuff, and they have their own game nights. I'd participate in those. We'd play random games and stuff, and then I'd hear him kind of do the pitch, the Aavegotchi pitch, like the actual onboarding. You know what I mean? I've heard hours of this. Like No Future, I'm sure you remember all the times you've done this, where he's like explaining everything that we had going on in Aavegotchi to a complete noob. Like, but he's telling them about the whole ecosystem, and it's overwhelming. It was overwhelming at the time, and there was so much, and there were different things that would like get certain people or certain personalities excited. Like he'd tell them about when we had the 2D arena, for example. On his game nights, we have a pretty decent crew in there, duking it out for wearables and fake gotchis. And they're like, yo, what are wearables? What are fake gotchis? You know what I mean? What is this game? And then you can go on a whole side tangent alone for an hour just talking about fake gotchis. Oh, we have our own, art collection where you could like submit artwork. It can get reviewed by the community, and then you could like trade these NFTs. You can mint up to 100 of them. Like there was, I don't know. I just feel like back then there was more going on. So there was obviously more that you could talk about, and there was more opportunities for outsiders to be interested. Whereas now, if you're talking about we need to focus on marketing, what are we going to be marketing on realistically? I'm not even trying to sound like negative or anything. I'm just being as kind of straightforward as I can. Like, would you market
DAO too? As a DAO, what are we marketing?
exactly?
I,
If we're
I
marketing
don't know.
anything, are we marketing 3D like the Gotchiverse? Like where you could go
Gameplay.
in and
I'm a gamer, so the answer to me is just always gaming. Like we are a gaming protocol. I don't give a
What
crap.
games can we
I know
show that
I know we have like the crypto economics, and to me that part's just a bonus. Like I care about the games, and I know that sounds weird because some of you might see us as like an underdeveloped, unpolished like gaming ecosystem, but it's like I just feel like we have the snuff to be like a good gaming protocol and prove all these people that think Web3 gaming is dead that it's alive and well. And
I think though the actual games that we have, like Stratagachi working is great because that's a good first step. So then there's always a room
yeah,
for the DAO.
Stratagachi is Kino. I love Stratagachi.
But what I'm saying is outside of that, we don't have dropped. What other
Yeah,
DAO
why don't we have dropped? Like that was a huge expense. Can we get that back?
not
And
about that. Even if we had drop, we only have 2 experiences. Like they're like
well,
we
Gotchi Guardians.
we that's a PC endeavor though. So this is what I'm saying as a DAO. Like
Ah,
we
yeah.
support PC and we do marketing, but we also did give them money for them to market. So I've always believed in co-marketing, but there has to be something for us to co-market, right? So what's that strategy? Where do we fit in on that? We also should see more on that end. And I think they're going about it in certain ways, but like within the base ecosystem, I think there's a lot of opportunity. So I would love to see more, but like it's hard to market when sentiment is so bad. This is what Nadeal was saying. And I mean, that's the goal. You when sentiment's down, you're doing marketing campaigns, but if there's no focus to what we're actually marketing, are we marketing the games that are online but not currently being developed because we won't fund them? Are we marketing the games by PC, which is backed by the IP, which hopefully we get one day? Like there's a lot of like what ifs and things that we need to figure out.
Yeah,
Like, I
there's a
miss
lot, lot of
so-
moving parts, a lot of different things to focus on. Like, you know, I think honestly, just Strategachi is Kino, so I'm gonna play that today. And it's not a marketing plan. I know. I'm just saying what I'm doing. But I don't know, things like that. Like, I'm just looking at Roxy's YouTube channel. Like, she's got videos where she did Licky's Escape. I will never play Licky's Escape because I don't have an iPhone, and I'm never gonna get an iPhone. But like, I would do videos on Gotchi Battler, and I would play Strategachi. I mostly just like live streaming gaming, like, and then clipping from my live streams. I don't know. I don't like doing the technical doing huge technical write-ups and then planning like a huge video, and it's like I will do it if someone pays me. If beyond that, it's just live streams and memes. You know, if I'm not getting paid, the most I'll do is live streams and memes, pretty much. Because you know, I gotta. We're all real people, and we gotta make real income, and so I mean that's I make websites. That's like my hustle is. If I need money, I try to find someone that wants a website.
It is a hustle. We are at the top of the hour. Roxy, do you want to give your doomer take and then like roll into the dower?
Oh, my doomer take. Yeah, so my YouTube video has like 75 videos and, you know, just marketing Aavegotchi and just posting about Aavegotchi, I've learned is not going to work. It might work for your friend Zanzi because she's already an established content creator doing other content as well. You would probably have to be in the space though, doing a lot of other crypto and NFT type content to draw people from other communities in. But if you're just doing, you know, Aavegotchi content like I was doing, then you're because my channel only lost views over time, so it's not really a great idea unless there's more to it. There always has to be more to it. Um, I do think that I have a lot of experience with making videos and editing videos and doing all that type thing. But you know, that's nothing without the clear direction like others were talking about here. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
So
perspective.
for me personally, like I had like no followers when I started in crypto. When I first got a job at Polygon, I probably had like 400 followers on my Twitter. And even though Aavegotchi was like my favorite project out of all the Polygon projects, I just latched onto Polygon and was like, yeah, I'm gonna promote all these Polygon aligned things because you know my bags are Polygon aligned. Even though I didn't invest in a lot of the stuff I did AMAs with because uh, Polygon pays like crap. Um, yeah, like I just feel like for us, like we should be looking for all these ways that we can promote the base ecosystem. Like we just got to latch onto base and help them scale. And it's kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Like that's why I made like that template for building apps on base. That's why I'm building an app on base, trying to get in like the base builder camp, base ambassadors, whatever is gonna like give me and us like more ability to get Aavegotchi back in the limelight, back to being viewed as the crypto punks of the chain they are, because that's what we are. We are the best NFT. Like I've spent a lot of time tinkering with like on-chain NFTs. I will never fork Aavegotchi in my life. It is so complicated. The smart contract system, the diamonds, like we have our own. Like that's to me, it's like I just get lost in that. Like I look at our diamond and like what we've built in terms of like smart contracts, and it's like this is insanity. Like it's absolutely insane, and I can't wrap my head around it because it's just so complicated. And it's like, so it's like, you know, if you can't beat it, join it type of thing. Like no one is going to beat Aavegotchi. Is how I feel on a smart contract level, at least, at the very least. Someone might make a game that's more fun. Someone might make like a cooler NFT profile picture club. But like at the end of the day, we have the sauce. Like, I I don't know. It's like the proof is in the pudding. Like I don't know if you ever like try to like piece apart the Aavegotchi diamond and try forking it. Literally, go ahead and try. It's not easy. I have tried because I was like, man, like maybe because sometimes you get the idea. It's like maybe I could just do things better myself, and I tend to think that way. I'm like very. I might be like pretty extroverted online, but in real life, I'm like, just leave me alone in my corner in my office. I don't want to talk to anybody. And like I'm introverted in real life and extroverted online. And it's like, I don't know, I'm just rambling still. But like from a technical standpoint, what I'm trying to say, Aavegotchi is not forkable. You can't copy what you have. Go ahead and try. It's impossible. Like I have no idea how Coder Dan and Mudgeon were able to piece together what they did and what they have. And we all just take that for granted, so many of us, that it's like we literally have the most elaborate smart contract in existence when it comes to NFT gaming. And it's like it kills me to watch us do the treasury distribution. I understand all the reasonings for it and why we're doing it, because our market cap is down bad, and it's like there's more liquidity in the DAO treasury than there is in the token, sure. But that's fucking stupid. I mean, pardon my language. Like, how did we let it get to this? Like, it should have never got this bad. Like, we should never have fallen below $1 goes. And I feel like the path to get back to $1 coast isn't that hard. Like we act like we're so down bad, but it's like truthfully, like we haven't lost that much. We still have like a really solid foundation. And yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna take a quick walk, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes or something.
All right, well, thank you. And yeah, I'm sure anything is possible. I'm just gonna move right on into the dower then. It's probably not gonna be a full hour though, because I didn't really have much prep time given the holidays. I had literally 4 family events in one day and then 2 on other days, but yeah, so there are 1 active proposal. One of them ended half an hour ago. That was the Skynet trading proposal, and I'll link that in the chat right now. It ended with, I'm just going to check it one more time because it's freshly ended. 85.29% to yes, engage with Skynet. And the quorum was met with 114%. So it looks like we're partnering with Skynet. Newsy, newsy news. Second active proposal right now is a partial treasury distribution. And that's linked right there. That's by Cryptogotchi. And 85.78% have voted for yes, and quorum is sitting at 123%. Voting period ends in 3 days' time, but it looks like it will definitely pass. And we will have a partial treasury distribution. And as far as the contract for that, it looks like both PG and CoderDan were working on different contracts for the execution of the distribution. And VR Dev suggested that we use a testnet for them, which is a pretty good idea. They should be ready for whenever the legal counsel issues get resolved. So yeah. And I'm interested to know how that's coming along as well. I don't know if much has been discussed this week with the holidays happening. And
Yeah, Nestor, if there's a update that you can give us, that'd be great.
yes. Yep. Nestor, did you want to speak now, or maybe we can wait? I can just talk about some other news in the meantime. There's the Aave Labs news that was happening on X. Coder Dan shared a recent post about how Aave Labs pushed through an important proposal to their snapshot to last 4 days this past week. the holiday week without consent from the author or the community, so they could so it would get shot down while many in the holders in the DAO were away for the holidays. The proposal was about changing ownership of assets from the companies like Aave Labs to the DAO itself, and for the DAO to be able to control Aave's social media pages, Aave.com, and the associated GitHub for their organization. And many in the Aave community agree that it wasn't ready to be voted on and required further discussion. But on the other hand, those defending Aave Labs argue that there was plenty of repetitive discussion about the proposal for days before it went live. And I just thought it was an interesting thing to bring up today, because while it doesn't affect Aavegotchi that much directly, we are associated with the name Aave and have a DAO of our own with kind of similar drama sometimes. And so we can see what not to do if any problems, arise. But yeah, there was a lot of drama around that on X.
It was just interesting to see the token price tank too. Like people, like the sentiment affects the token. It's also overall like if there's value for the token, if labs can act unilaterally.
Yeah. Bye bye, Zonzi. Have a good weekend. But yeah.
Is there anything else to discuss? We kind of went through a lot in the first hour.
Yeah, we did. And I know that last week you carried a conversation for like a whole hour and a half. I don't think I can do the same. But
It's not worth it.
yeah, you're good at that. But yeah. That's all I
Well,
have.
the market maker's proposal just ended, right?
Mm-hmm. The Skynet trading market maker SigProp.
Yeah, 40 minutes ago. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing we're gonna see the core prop go up probably this week. That I'm surprised it reached quorum so fast too, because it's like one of the shorter time limits that we had on that. It was just a week long, right?
Yeah, adding a
Yeah.
market maker though, like we need a market maker. We're getting trounced,
Yeah, it
and
was
we're getting
10
positive
days.
price action on that. Oh, there was 1.1 million ghosts that doesn't usually vote. Dun dun.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think people are
And then
starting to vote because of the treasury distribution news, to be honest. Maybe. But
yeah, I goofed in the chat and I was like, I thought for whatever reason, like I woke up one day and I just started typing and I think it was a DAO discussion and I thought it was I thought we were still in SIGPROP for some reason, even though it clearly said like Agap 155, but I was corrected swiftly. When are they gonna? I think yeah, VR Dev is here. Is there a date? Like, are we expecting the claiming or whatever to go live? Like, do we have a time frame?
that I don't know. I don't know. But that is a good
Yeah.
question to ask.
Okay, cool. He's saying he posted something somewhere. He's just gonna
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Roxy, you want to get that? Like, you see what he wrote?
Yeah, I'm recording though, so clicking links in the Discord is like,
Okay, you want me to read it?
yeah.
Just go over it real quick. Okay, cool. He's saying VR Dev, it's possible, but that would be a tall order. Here are the steps involved as I would see it. He says, one, right after the conclusion, the multi-sig signers can execute resolutions H, I, and J, getting the ETH ready. This is not contentious in any way, so it can and should be executed ASAP, but of course, different time zones, etc., could cause delays until enough signers have signed. 2, PG&I put the most up-to-date list and the associated Merkle route on GitHub. This could be done within 10 minutes after the agate voting concluded. 3, we can compare our data to that of Coder Dan's dashboard. It takes less than a minute once the dashboard is up and running. 4, after that, the 2 sources of truth requirements from the agate is fulfilled, and the Merkle route can be used by the multisig signers to set up the distribution contracts. And 5, depending on Nestor's research, he may or may not tell the multisig to hold off or delay the 2 VP-based pools. Since we already know RF is okay to do, the multisig would then be instructed to either deploy the full distribution contract or the RF pool distribution only. Resolution, is that L? Yeah, L. Makes these on-the-fly changes possible. So at least the RF pool could be deployed as soon as the multisig signers can sign it. For the other 2 pools, we would either need to wait until Nestor concludes his research on that, or in case that he cannot give his okay for the VP-based pools until we find the smallest possible changes we would need in order for him to be able to sign off on it. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple steps here, but all right, yeah, it sounds good. I mean, these people are all they all keep, they're pretty active, and I don't think there's going to be any delays. Cool. Thanks for that, VR Dev. I was just wondering.
Yeah, and also it factors in what Coder Dan is working on too. We would need to look closer at that, or like a different source according to VR Dev. But yeah.
Mhm.
And it looks like Nestor is still waiting on confirmation for being official from the supervisor at CorpSec.
Yeah, there has been a bit of a back and forth in the CorpSec channel. By the way, Nestor, can you access can you see the? Okay, you're there now. I was just gonna ask if you could see the monkey chat channel, because I saw that Maxi Crouton had tagged you earlier, but like your name wasn't showing up for me on the side, but it's there now. So I'm pretty sure you
Hi,
could see
hi.
that channel. Hey.
GM.
Hi, I take a look. GM, hi. Hi, Roxana. I take a look in the monkey chat. Yes, he asked me if there is anything regarding if we can proceed or something like that. I only saw it shortly, but I had no it to do. I will look into the channel, but well, only the question. But he didn't update me on the status um regarding the contract or something. That I don't know. Uh,
So I can
look.
say that I signed officially like their letter that they wanted me to sign for resignation. I want to say
Yeah,
Monday or Tuesday. So
yeah,
they just got that. I'm not sure if they're on
huh?
vacation, but yeah, that gets filed with the Cayman Islands. It's basically the same
Probably.
letter I put in Discord, and then yeah, once it's probably going to
Yeah,
happen sometime next week or in early in the new year.
I guess so too. They're on holiday too, probably. Maybe on Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, Monday would make sense.
And Maxi Crouton just asked. I mean, legally, he said, we will not sign. It will not be possible before the end of the snapshot. Yes, that's like in the snapshot. That's like in the proposal itself, right? Not before the end of the snapshot, I think.
Yep, that's correct. So there's
Yeah.
still 3 days on that. So yeah, it seems
hmm
like everything should be ready to go, like or more fleshed out by next week.
So probably not in time for this year. Some people would have liked to see that, right? Before that's Wednesday, right? End of the month and year. Maybe yes.
What will be, will be.
Correct. But Maxi Crouton, I will. He didn't show up today, right? Okay, he's asking me, are we safe to sign? Yes. Yes. Also, I see no issues from my side. Mm. And if there should be anything, our supervisor would also maybe say something, but he neither said anything, so mm-mm. There should be no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are there any final notes? And if not, maybe we can end this call today. Possibly. Because I don't have anything else. And let's see. We've been pretty good about signing the time-sensitive transactions. That's good. Good. Yeah. You guys do a great job.
No, from my side, neither. Silence.
Ping from Maxi. Yeah. As a way of getting people moving, right?
Good.
But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, No Future and Roxiano, and everybody
you.
who came up.
Yeah.
Good talking to you guys as always. Yep.
It was a good talk and very, very productive. So yeah. I hope everyone has a good weekend. And I hope everyone had a good holiday week for those who celebrate.
Yes.
And yeah, so I will be stopping my recording now.
Take it easy, friends. I'll end the space.